to game one of TPO Cheezers versus Testy Culls. This is Loki Bear. I am solo casting tonight's game. It is going to it's going to be one interesting game. I really don't know a whole lot about the new team Testy Culls that was brought in. It was kind of like a last minute thrown together. TPO Cheezers has been one that we have seen around for a while. They used to be known as TPO We Hate Renekton. So right now we're just kind of trying to get up set up for draft. Right now it looks like the team are just like figuring out the finals. So if the noise needs to be adjusted, I don't know what to tell you because I don't know how to do it. So this is my first time ever producing, so this is going to be extremely interesting. So yeah, just a few minutes while it looks like our team was taking a little bit longer than usual. That's to be expected. Tonight is actually game one for Testy Culls. As this is, they're a fairly new team that just kind of like regrouped after the old team Hidden Nightmares decided to part ways. So they kind of like last minute just got together, grew through some people, and was like, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work. So far, so good. Let's see, why am I being tagged? Victorious Echo. I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. Apparently they're having some issues with Discord, trying to get everybody in here. Okay. Let's see. Aha, there we go. Okay, now they're all set. I just don't want this lobby to time out. Alright, we're about to start here now that the teams are all set. So yeah, I'm really sorry if this is a little uncoordinated. Honestly, I'm not really well versed in the fine art of producing or casting in that manner, but we're gonna do a little bit of both today, so just bear with me here. Testy Culls is on the blue side. We have Liam McPoyle starting in the top lane. We have Lord Swoldemort in the jungle. We have Hugh Janus in the mid lane, Legion Ice T as AD carry, and Daring Snow in as a support. And on the side of TPO Cheezers, we have seen Aztec War Priest in the top lane. We have Kuba in the jungle. Bunny Beaver is in the mid lane. I'm not even trying. I used to be Yiku. Stop changing your freaking names, guys. And Shadow Wizard Akafu, I swear to God, these players are going to kill me, is now in the support role. So we see the Pantheon and the Vladimir band come in for testicles against TPO Cheezers, which is relatively common. They're not going to let Bunny Beaver have his Vladimir or let Aztec be semi-comfortable. There is a Singed Caitlyn band coming in for testicles from the Cheezer side here. That doesn't mean Jason wants to play lead. No, Jason doesn't get to play lead. The Varus band is coming in as well as in the 80 carry band for testicles. Let's see what TPO Cheezer pulls out in return. They did already ban the Caitlyn. And I don't know because I don't have it pulled up. I'm watching it in the same time as you all are. What was the ban? Alright, they Cheezer did lose a ban. I completely forgot about that. So Nami is picked up on the side of TPO Cheezers in the support, and Testicles first picks Zach. And Zach is also played by Kuba, who in return locks in J4. Kuba is a jungler that I'm very familiar with. He's very good, he's very confident, he knows his way around the jungle very well. I've been watching him grow over the past few months, so this should be exciting to actually see him like in motion. And as the second, we pick up a Karthus. Oh dear lord. Karthus is picked up from Testy Culls, as well as a Scion. Okay, this team officially has me confused, let me tell you. Oh, and if I get the buttons wrong on here, just like flow with it, you know, we're just gonna like keep going with it. Oh, that's Scion, not Karthus, big mistake. Okay, alright. Okay, Kaisa was locked in on the side of TPO Cheezers. It looks like Karthus is not supposed to be picked. Ash is banned on the side of TPO Cheezers. Okay. Alright, so Brand was supposed to be picked instead of Karthus, so it's Zach, Brand, Scion. Okay. Okay, so we have this Karthus is actually supposed to be a Brand, so we're just going to ignore that. Okay, we are going to do a redraft. So we're gonna start this over again. Let me get this set up here. Yeah, I am gonna be a little bit quiet, Kuba. I just don't want this lobby to time out, so let's see. So sorry guys, we're having a little bit of technical issues. There was an issue with draft. Oh, oops. They need a spectator link. Alright, let's see if we can actually get this one going this time. Alright. I'm gonna crying in a minute. Okay. Let's see if we can get this up and rolling here. Okay, so now the band's gonna start through. We have the Pantheon band coming through for Testy Culls is, and the band from Cheezer's comes in. With Singed, are they gonna ban the Vlad again? Yep, there goes the Vladimir in. Okay. And yeah, I actually just moved, so everything is like very echoey. It's a very big space with very little stuff on the walls, so I apologize if I'm a little quieter than normal. Hopefully I can get that resolved quickly. It does look like this. There's the same bands. There's the Pantheon, Vladimir, and Varus, and then the Singed Caitlyn, and then they will be losing a band for Cheezers. Okay, and it looks like they're just going to first pick Sack again to make this just so Zach is picked, Nami's picked again. J4 is locked in. These look like the same bands, or the same picks and bands that were in the first section. So that is a brand support and a Gimme. We're gonna go with the Cyan pick again. Cyan is picked here. Okay, and the final pick for TPO Cheezers is going to be a Jack. Alright, so the second round of bands are coming through. Ash's band. And it looks like Testy is going to ban. There's a Yon band that comes through. They're kind of heavily targeting the mid laner here. And the last band for TPO Cheezers is going to be a General. Something. Okay. NASA's band. Alright. Okay, and Aurelian Soul Band comes through, which is interesting. I don't think I've seen any bands thrown towards supports here, so. Even though Nami was first picked, Zaya is going to be picked in for the AD carry on the side of TPO Cheezers. We still have the AD carry spot open on Testy Culls, as well as the mid lane. Tristana gets picked up. I'm guessing that's going to be for the AD carry position, but she had been being transitioned into mid for some godforsaken reason. I have no idea why. But, alright, and the last pick is going to be it's going to be a Malzahar lock-in. Alright. For some reason, my Dinobot is not wanting to work with me today. Oh. Alright, so that is going to be the end of the draft phase here. Let's see if I can get to. Let's see, is it? Oh. Alright, so now we're going to. Oh god, okay. They just kind of went in. Alright, whoop, nope, I don't want to do that. I know I don't.
tree, and a spear would find your back.
Sorry, my volume controls are like all over the place here. Okay. So we're just gonna be going through the normal champ select here. There are some new people that I'm not quite sure what they're doing yet on the
Shall I turn in my badge?
like in game. So they're just like, oh, do I press the start button and then just hit it? Okay, yeah, we're going places.
I am forsaken.
Okay. So I think that all of these champs are relatively like self. You know, like they all know where they're going. There was no like funky picks, so it's gonna be a Zac jungle on the side of Testy, Culls. We have Sign top, Zac jungle, Malzahar mid, Tristana Brand bot lane. For TPO Cheezers, we have the Jax top lane, Jarvan in the jungle, Cinder to get through in the mid lane, and Zion Nami in bot lane. And as soon as the teams are going through the champ block, and we're gonna go on a short spectator delay. To get ready for the game.
Die with your eyes closed.
So this is just gonna be your basics. I'm interested to see like if there are any like level ones that are gonna be pulled here, or how the team is gonna play together as a whole. Since, like I mentioned, they did just start coming together over the last like day or so. So, I'm excited for these guys. I'm hoping that they just have fun. Nothing too serious.
Tragic.
Let's see here. Alright, so we are going to go on a short spectator delay, but we shall be back in just a moment.
And welcome back, everybody. I am Jim Helper. I'll be joining Emily for this cast tonight. I'm excited to see this matchup between these two teams, Cheezer and um, Testy Culls. You see that teams are kind of looking for some vision, see where they can get the start up. Poke by this brand right now onto the Zaya.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to like mute everyone and not like hear myself through everything, which apparently is not happening right now. Okay. I'm just gonna have to listen to myself, apparently. Which is fine. It's fine. All fine. Okay, so this looks like your typical normal, like star. Um, Jim, are you talking? Because I can't hear you.
No, I'm not talking.
Oh crap! I didn't go.
A little bit.
In game. My bad.
Oh,
I really suck at this. It's all echoing again.
and welcome everybody. Apologize for the bit of issues with the spectate. We are in game now. Do you want to put up the scoreboard and timers and everything?
Oh yeah, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? Okay, there we go.
Get rid of the
So-
time controls too.
What's that?
Time controls.
Oh, okay.
Up top lane though, we do have some back and forth from this Jax and Scion.
It's
Jax
not a
does
wet
have that
noodle.
early advantage in regards to this matchup.
Alright, I'll stop messing with the camera now. Thank you for joining me, by the way, Jim. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm in here as a solo test. I don't know what I'm doing. But it's just gonna be your standard run-of-the-mill top lane. I'm expecting to see quite a bit of action in the mid lane. Between the Syndra and the Malzahar, and especially in the bot lane, as Tristana needs to be aggressive early.
Well, the Tristana brand definitely does have the push and aggression in the early game.
Oh, absolutely.
Able to put out that damage early on. Earlier we did see a bit of a misstep as Jax did tank a turret shot up the top lane. He is getting that wave pushed in, but it is a quite dangerous spot to be in because it is a Zac jungle.
Yeah.
But the Jarvan is roaming up, trying to see about doing a lane counter gank, potentially.
It looks like directed camera like bot lane now. So it does look like Aztec is going to try and engage, but the Scion's going to go in and get some good damage out on Aztec, leaving him with very little health. Zac and Jarvan are both there. I'm not quite sure if they can see each other. However, the Jarvan was spotted on the ward right outside of River.
Kind of the tale of two different stories between these side lanes. Sion's been pushed in for most of the case top side, while the Zaya and the Nami have been pushed in for bot side.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more out of Aztec, though. Oh,
The Zac is gonna face check into this Jarvan.
Yeah, that's not what
Use
I
flag
wanted.
and drag. The Zac tries to hop out, but a flash forward by the Jax to get the passive out. Sion does turn. It looks like it might be first blood onto the Sion, and it is. They do get a kill onto the Zac. A flash from the Zac to get him out, but the Jarvan flashes as well and gets a kill returned onto him.
Can we just talk about the amount of summoner spells? There was a flash and Jax, the Scion Ghost, the Zac flash, the Jarvan flash, all burnt top lane. And the teleport was also used top lane by Jax to get back to lane quicker. Not quite sure how that is, but it looks
Making
like
sure
Sion's going
that-
to return the used teleport to kind of not let the other one get too out of control, as both champs can escalate quickly. There's a little bit of a
Sion coulda
CS
walked
lead
there.
here in bot lane, as Tristana does have the early game. It does look like Jarvan's looking for an engage, which he does engage in onto the Malzahar.
Good flag landed.
Oh gosh, and they just chunk Kuba, and the kill does go over. Maybe? No, it does not.
Zach isn't
Directed
able to
camera,
put out
please.
enough damage. But up in top
Directed
lane,
camera.
Sion and Jax are back at fighting. Jax jumps back in.
Oh my goodness.
Good grasp, followed up by the Q, does get the second kill onto that Sion. Jax now currently 0-2-1.
That Jarvan got out with like no no life, no health. Yeah.
Definitely something kind of an outplay. Syndra likely did kind of apply some peel to the Zac so he couldn't get in onto the Jarvan there. Teleport in from Syndra to kind of prevent the Malzahar from getting a turret plate there.
I just want to point out that this Zac is actually fairly newer to the jungle aspect. He used to be an AD carry. It looks like he is going to initiate the first dragon of the game, and it does look like Kuba is noticing, so Jarvan does take notice of it. There's not a whole lot he can do. His team is not positioned to assist him in any way to get that. So
No, it's
first
definitely
dragon's
something.
gonna go over to Testy Culls in this aspect. Oh, and Sion just freaking teleported back to lane. Wait,
Yeah, he
did he
ults
literally
back
just ult to lane? Oh, a great engage.
Good
on
engage
Zac.
by the Zac.
Listen,
Fortunately, the kill does go over to the Brand there.
it's not the worst thing ever though.
Yeah, but getting it onto that Malzahar and getting him kind of to that Leandries first
Yeah.
will help out significantly. The Zac and Brand just roam down bot side. They are catching out the bot lane. Flash is blown, as well as both flashes and the ghost is blown by the bot lane of Cheezer to make sure that they get out of there alive.
Oh, and it looks like Sion's gonna face check the Jax here. Not quite sure if that's where he wants to be position-wise. But also the Jack does not want to fight a 2-0 Sion right now. He
Was
definitely
able
wants
to
to
put
make
on
sure.
a decent amount of return damage though.
He did get some
Pull
good
him out of the
return
jungle.
damage. It looks like everywhere on the map is fairly even, honestly, except for bot lane is a little favoring the side of Testy Culls. How do you feel about that call on Xayah?
On Xayah, I think they're just kind of set on getting into that mid game. They don't really have the pressure, unfortunately, that the Tristana Brand will have.
Yeah.
So it is something that
Oh,
they're just
no.
looking to farm, but
In
they
goes
are
the
going to go in on.
Tristana.
Tristana does land on both, deals a lot of damage, and gets the bomb off. Meanwhile, top lane, there is a engage, both ults blown by Jax and Jarvan to make sure that the shutdown
Sion.
does go onto the Sion.
The shutdown went on to the Jax, I believe.
Yeah, Jax got that kill there.
Rift Herald is up now, so that is pretty much anyone's game at this point. It does look like Zac is going in on the engage onto the Jax. It's kind of like cutting him off and sticking him under turret, trying to get that damage out. Does he have enough to do it? It looks like the Sion ult might be able to help him out, but not quite. It looks like Jax is going to hop out. It looks like Brand is coming in, trying to get like a side flank off, or at least just see what his options are in that aspect. Malzahar is kind of like hovering between mid lane, bot lane, seeing what the best, if there's any gank potential. Top and Zach are looking for that Herald.
You have the pressure currently going for them to make it so that they
Yeah.
can get there. I believe that they did see Jarvan taking that bot scuttle as well.
Yeah, they were able to see that, and unfortunately, Jax is hovering.
Hovering, but I don't think that they're able to respond there.
No, pick up the Herald! Pick up the Herald! Oh, jeez. I almost just
think
had a
they're-
heart attack. I was not
Having
sure
a
if
bit
that
of
was...
miscommunication.
Yeah. I have seen where people have walked away with no Herald and just continued on with their day, and I was like, oh my gosh. Alright, so we do have, the Herald was into
Another
the drop.
death bush.
Top point.
Zaya's ult is blown. The Brand ult does come out. They're looking for the kill onto the Nami, but this Zaya's putting out a ton of damage. As Flash and Heal are blown to try get out by the Tristana. Zaya does try to get another kill, but does get killed by the Brand, who's now 2-0-2. Definitely going to be putting out a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah.
For
Just Brand in general puts out like a ton of damage. I remember playing him at the end. I'm like, holy crap! Like he has the ability to do a lot of damage, especially once that Leandrius gets online. It does look like he's going for heal cut first.
Yeah, that's definitely what you
But-
want early into this Nami bot support. You don't want her healing up a lot, so you went and got that heal cut first. Jarvan's been doing well, trying to gank this Malzahar. He's hitting the Malzahar with the flag first to stop the spell shield, so if he stays there,
He
the
did have
knockup
like
does come through.
a kind of miss on that last flank, but it looks like they're kind of positioning for this Drake that's come up, which is a Hextech Drake. I hate Hextech Drakes. I would prefer to see Chemtex every single game.
It's something noticeable for this fight. The Zac has completed Sunfire as well as the Gale Force onto Tristana.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Jarvan doesn't have his mythic yet, and neither does the Zaya. So it is something that there will be that mythic power coming through for them.
Zaya went with tier 2 boots first. And the Cloak of Agility instead of going for the full Kraken Fire or Gale Force, whatever she's going. But a fight does break out in...
The Brand does get caught out.
But Tristana was able to take out the Jarvan and the Nami. And it looks like... So the jungler is still up on the side of Testy, which does still leave the option for Dragon to come. And it looks like TPO Cheezer is in a rough spot in that regard. They kind of have to give this Dragon and just let it go. Top lane is just like, I'm just gonna... Who can beat who?
By Jax.
Yeah.
I don't think that Jax is having a comfortable matchup anymore. The steel caps were built by the Scion, which kind of counteracts the autos from... But Tristana just goes in onto the Zaya bot lane, does try to ult to get out, but gets blown up by the bomb and Tristana ult combo.
There's vision all over this map, which is insane. And the gold lead right now is about 5,000 in favor of Testy. Its current score is currently 9-4. 2 Drakes on their side, 1 Herald. The Divine Sunder was picked up by Jax. First turret does go down to... Was that first turret in bot side?
No, that was...
Second turret, because the first turret
Second
was
turret.
top side. I don't think this match is going as easy as TPO Cheezers thought that it was going to be, as like since these were just players that just kind of like grouped up and were like, hey, we want to play a game.
It's something to notice as well. Tristana currently has a 2,200 gold lead over the Zaya. And the brand has a 2,000 gold lead as well. Big gold advantages for them there. And even Jax up in top lane is about 1,500 down. The only gold lead for Cheezer is on that Jarvan. He's only got 900. Otherwise, mid is just 50 gold apart, and it bounces back and forth based off of who's farming.
They've kind of been like even the entire game, but the Zac does go in, allowing the Malzahar's all to come out onto Funny Fever, but I don't think that was exactly what needed to happen. A lot of damage came in on the Flag and Dragon ultimate from the Jarvan.
Good counterplay by that. Jarvan
It was
to
a good
get
counterplay. It looks
2 for 0.
But Tristana's here, Brand's here. It's not over yet. I just don't know how much they want to go in on a Syndra.
She did already use the ult, so a lot of her damage is currently down.
If Tristana can get her bomb and some autos on this turret, it can pretty much be theirs, so. We don't have prediction points or anything set up on this Twitch yet. As soon as we get the hours put in, we'll make sure to get that set up. Make sure to hit the follow button also. We'll get that, get our Step Up to affiliate on this Twitch. I'm too lazy to switch over to the other one.
Interesting ult by Sion.
Right.
Just to take this mid-tier 1.
Yeah. It looks like Testy Culls is just like they're really objective oriented in this game. I did see Zac almost walked away with that without the Herald again. The engage from the Zac is going to stop, or is not going to stop Kubo. Okay. I'm apparently anticipating more than what the camera is. So. The Gale Force was picked up for Zaya. She still's got some gold left on the Cull, where Tristana looks like she's just moving right towards the Juliet. But cool though. The engage from the Zac gives the kill on the Syndra, and the brand is just dumping out damage, and they're just taking turrets left and right here.
Not sure what the Jarvan was doing there in that fight. The Zac was able to put down the Herald right in front of the Jarvan, and he didn't engage until he finished clearing the camps.
He really can't.
That Wolf's camp.
I mean, like, I think a lot of junglers hyper focus on farming. Like, we drilled into their head with that, with a jungle item that you need to farm. And so their main priority has shifted from like ganking and fighting to farming. Just from, you know, what I've seen. It looks like Jax is done fighting. It's like, you know, I'm just gonna find the jungle, I'm good. He's lacking a little bit in gold. A little bit, I mean a lot of it, so. He's just trying to catch up on that. The third Drake has spawned, which is my favorite, which is the Chemtech. And
something to kind of point out though. The Jarvan did finish his smite item, so he's currently sitting on that 1200 smite while there's still 7 more procs on. Jarvan goes in but does get blown up by the burned down by the Malzahar and Brand. Testicles goes in, a flash forward from Zaya trying to get a kill onto Tristana and does, but Zac gets another kill, but shutdown does go onto the Zaya, who will be a little bit more confident getting some more gold back in her pocket.
Yeah. This top lane is just non-stop fighting. The third Drake, which is gonna put them as soul flank, goes over to the blue side. I do not want to say that team's name again. I was like so excited when they first like made it up. I'm like, that's the coolest thing ever. Now I'm like, I don't want to say it one more time. Oh no, and it looks like Jarvan's gonna get caught here between the Zac and the Malzahar. It's going to end up costing his life right over to the Malzahar, so I'm gonna put more gold in Malzahar's pocket. Top lane is still kind of like lacking each other with like 0.
Jax is
Forgiveness.
able to start throwing a bit more damage down though. But he's got a bit more of his build done. Will scale decently nicely into a split pusher.
Yeah, he's going for the Bork build. I believe that's what. Ooh, nice.
He's gonna
engage
get
from
caught
the
out here
Zac.
as the full 3-man squad of Testicles dives in on him right in front of Baron 2. They're just gonna turn and look for this because they do see Syndra down on bot side.
I don't think that they can really TPO Cheezer can contest this, honestly. I mean, I guess they could, but
Jarvan is here and they could look for a steal. Something needs to be done as
oh
they're
my
just looking
gosh, they
and
were
a
able
steal
to
from
steal
Jarvan.
them. Oh, it did cost him his life, but he was able to get his team that Baron. No way.
Syndra
No
did
way.
take that bot tier 1 turret, but I don't know that a good smite by Kuba to steal that Baron there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it was good to take it, but like, I don't know what he got out of it in the long run.
Stalled the game out quite a bit.
It did stall the game out, but
Flash forward by the Jax trying to get the Zac killed. Looking for a bit more. Brand ult comes out, but Brand dives down to the Jax. Looking for the Zac, but this Tristana came over, is able to get a double kill.
holy.
Zac's still
comes
going in,
Zac
looking for the support
engaged.
now.
I think they just want to back off here. We've got dragons spawning in like 2.5 minutes. They're just trying to kind of farm up. But look at the amount of division is fairly even actually, which is not seen very often. And it looks like
Science just looking to take this turret. Just kind of says, I don't really care, this turret's gonna be mine.
Holy crap.
It is something to notice that there are only 2 Baron buffs left on Cheezer after that steal. Then Nami and Syndra. But the Zac is getting caught out here. The passive is up, but it is going to be blown just meaning its death.
I didn't even know Cinder still had it. For some reason I thought she died after turrets. Right now it's 19 to 10 scoreline. We've got about a 4,000 gold difference.
And gets caught out.
Jax is kind of doing his own thing. It looks like Malzahar is just going to try and protect that turret. The ult comes out from Sion to get him back into the mid lane. It looks like they're trying to set up for Drake because you don't want for Drake's just given over freely to Testicles. TPO Cheezer is going to want to fight this one out.
Jax is spotted out here in this bot jungle as the foreman of people of Testicles goes in. Does get killed right before this dragon, only 20 seconds before it's up.
Syndra did build the Shadow, or not Shadow Flame, but the Seraph's Embrace, and Malzahar's yet to build that.
Zach is walking in alone currently, but Sign quickly joins up with him.
Oof. That the engage from Zach was just a little bit short there.
It's like they're
And it
just
looks like they're
fine
just
with
gonna-
trying to zone them
Yep.
off.
Nicely done. That is Chemtech Soul. That's my favorite soul.
Syndra goes in to get the kill on to the brand, but I don't know if it's worth with her life going over. Or in by Jax leaves him on the wrong end, but he's able to hop to that Xayah to get out.
Alright. So this is gonna be the end of the end. Either they have to push to end, or they're gonna let TPO Cheezer come back.
Jax goes in, does get a stun, but the Malzahar ult does silence him and send him back to the fountain. Zach re-engages onto the team, gets a kill onto Nami as Tristana gets the kill onto Xayah. Currently a 4 for 0. Leaving just the Jarvan to defend
Jarvan
base.
can defend this base.
Syndra's up now.
I don't know. This is looking like it's all they wrote for game 1. But okay, the engage from the Jarvan, not so
Just
much
go
for
win.
Tristana. Tristana's like, yeah, this is my game. This is not yours. You don't get to play this game anymore.
John is just overfed right now.
Yeah. But Tristana is not someone that you want to engage in. I mean, it's a well-played game so far. I don't know what that gold lead is, Jim. You're gonna have to do the math. Let's
6k.
6k.
6k
alright.
gold lead for Testy Culls.
And we have Baron spawning in 25 seconds, and we've got Elder up in 4 minutes. I don't think they want to let this get to an Elder game. But it technically still is anyone's game at this point. It's just the TPO Cheezers is gonna have to look for objectives, look for like turrets,
Okay.
anything.
Gonna have to try to make sure that they get this Baron that's up now. To try to stall out the game a bit more. Get their Xayah in. See what they can do with the Jax.
I don't know, it's been an interesting game. I like to watch this how this team has come together. Honestly, they were just like strangers about a week ago, so it's amazing what League of Legends. Yeah. Alright, so the Tristana did pick up IE and Guardian Angel, where Xayah only has the quick blades, the Navori quick blades, and it looks like it's going phase rush. Bleed, I think.
Phantom Dancer is the word that you're looking for. Phase Rush is the
Yeah,
rune.
You're right. Oh no.
I'm getting engaged on in bot lane, but that means the rest of Testy Culls is looking for this Baron.
Yep.
But Sign may go down for nothing in return. He does a lot of damage onto this Xayah. The rest of them are forced to peel.
Oh, no.
Good smite secured by Zac this time. No second steal there. So Testy Culls does secure the Baron for the kill onto the Scion.
Ooh. I don't know if like fighting the Scion, like sending 3 of your people top lane for Scion was worth that. You just
They were
gave
just
a
trying
lot.
to stop the push.
Yeah, I mean, I can stop in the push, but you just gave a lot over right there. You just let them get about 7k gold ahead. And put your jungler down with with Elder spawning in about a minute and a half.
Going to be a big objective, and likely the next fight, unless Testy Culls chooses to pick one, trying to take more turrets here. That'll likely be the next fight.
Oh,
Daring
wow.
Snow steps out a bit too far and a bit too aggressive as Syndra throws out the ult and just knocks him down. One Baron lost, leaving only 3 left up on Testicle's team. Definitely not
Can
the best
Cheezers
usage so
come
far.
back into this?
Potentially, it would be ultimately up to the rest of the team. Like, this Jax does work. And as you see, he's able to just get in and shut down. He does die for it, but this Baron power play is not working out for Testicles. They're kind of stuck standing still. The Malzahar went 1-for-1 under turret against the Jax after blowing his ult early, and then Brand just decided to try to 1v1 the Syndra, who's got Zonya's got Seraphs as well as Ludens. Essentially, Cheezers are just stalling out this game, trying to stay alive, trying to farm up. You can even see that Tristana hasn't really been farming. She did have a farm lead, but currently
kinda
is
just stopped.
almost down
Oh my god. They just kind of
down
went
70
right in.
CS. They
Oh,
are
no.
looking for the Elder Soul. It's just Tristana in the pit currently. Cyan's top lane. Now teleports come in from Malzahar and Cyan. Teleport from Jax. The Zac goes in, throws out his ult. He's currently onto the Nami. The Jax and
Oh my god.
Jarvan do get into the backline. A double kill currently for the Brand. They're looking for a bit more. The Jax isn't able to get onto the Tristana as the Gale Force does get her out. Zac and Cyan are looking for another kill, a final kill onto this Syndra. As the ace does go through, should
Oh my
mean
god.
a
Are they
decent
just
amount of
walking
damage,
away
if
from
not the
Elder?
end of the game. They might just be able to end it here. The only one that's going to be up shortly is the Nami.
Yeah, the Nami can't really stop this.
They can always just take this and hit turret again. Look for the top turret as well. Get a lot of damage and reset with the full strength of their team if needed. The Jarvan and the Xayah are up, so it is dangerous. Be smart for
I mean, they have the super
Testicles to
pushing
back
in.
off. Jarvan does go in.
They just
Get the
kinda
knockup
left,
onto either. Stepping too far forward, he's getting blown up and has to back off. The Gale Force from Xayah doesn't land onto her, but Xayah does get stunned by the Brand and goes down. Bit of an overstep trying to get that shutdown gold onto the Tristana.
Oh boy, so they are gonna go for this Elder Dragon.
Cyan isn't here and won't be able to get here fast
the
enough, so
teleport
it is going to
soon.
be a 4v4. Jax does go into the 2-man. The shutdown onto the Brand. The ult comes out from Syndra onto the Malzahar. Ult from Jarvan does get the kill onto Malzahar, and Zac goes down as well. Messy fight, but this Dion is in the base. They are completely ignoring it. The only thing that they have to do is make sure that they can't get back. I don't know if the Xayah can fight this.
It was
Dion's
not
just taking the
worth it.
base.
Yep.
They just traded Elder, and Sion's gonna be able to take it, even with the Elder buff.
Very nicely done. Game 1 is gonna
They
go
are-
over to Testy out.
Exciting
Alright.
game 1. Bit of a
Oh.
backdoor. They lost that
Oops.
track into the base, and Sion just was able to go in, take that Nexus turret and the Nexus uncontested.
Oh, that's so wrong. Oh, that's so wrong. Okay. All right. We do have to go on a brief delay to get ready for game number 2, and I have to take care of some